What made you want to reach out to me in my podcast? I'm humbled, by the way.
Oh, I just decided that your podcast would be interested in interviewing me and showcasing my story on your platform.
I found it fascinating. You're the 19th child out of 21.
Yes, my mother actually birthed 21 children by my dad. 17 of us living today, 63 grandchildren, and 87 great grandchildren. So it's a long lineage, and there's a lot of good things that had happened in the Hunter family, and we overcame a lot to be here today.
I saw a few of your interviews, and I noticed that you stated that there was some uh neglect that went on, like your mother didn't have time to raise all the kids, understandably. So I'm assuming your siblings raised you. How did that affect you?
Well, it affected me tremendously because my siblings had to raise us. They had to do homework with us. They had to take us bath. They had to comb our hair. They had to take us to school. And my siblings did not have the same lifestyle as me because I had the opportunity to go to school. They had to forego their education. So there was a lot of resentment toward my mother. But when you look back on my life and my mother life and my father life, you have to understand that they were out there working, trying to provide for the family. So in any typical family, one, two, three, four, five, there's going to be areas where you're going to have to neglect, in order to provide for your family. And so my parents are not perfect whatsoever, and they could not give what they didn't have. So they made choices, but I understand that God gave us purpose, and we are here in this world, and I am living it to the best of my ability.
I saw another one of your clips. You tell a fascinating story about how you guys went from a 2 bedroom to an 18 bedroom house. Can you share that story with us?
Yes, most definitely. My mother was pregnant with the 14th child, which is my brother, Larry. And so they were living in a 2 bedroom home at that particular time. One day, sheriff came knocking on the door and told them that it was too many people living in this 2 bedroom home. So the sheriff gave my mom and dad 72 hours to move. My mom and dad went to church, prayed about it, told the pastor about it. And the next day, a knock at the door revealed an 18 bedroom house that this man took my mom and dad to go see this 18 bedroom house. And my mom and dad did not have the money at that particular time because payday was Friday. So the man went into his wallet and gave my mom the dollar just for the house. So my mom was given a 18 bedroom house for $1. And that's a blessing, right there. And if you look over our life, you will see that it was trials and tribulations and adversity, but God always provided for us when we were in need.
I had to change the dynamic. Did I change the dynamic a little bit because of the?
Oh, most definitely. Just imagine living in a 2 bedroom home where it's just crowded with a lot of kids running around the house. And now you have a 18 bedroom house, and also you can utilize the basement. And so we were able to utilize the basement, and also we were able to utilize the attic as well. So that house came in very handy for the Hunter family. We had a huge backyard, and we were able to play kickball. We were able to play volleyball. We were able to play basketball. I still to this day reminisce about the past and how we had a great time of growing up.
Mm. Oh wow. Okay, you said we're short for time. Could you explain your book, No Love, No Charity?
No Love, No Charity, The Success of the 19th Child. It chronicles my life. Also, I talk about my siblings, different personalities, you know, the introverts, the extrovert, and the ambiverts. Also, I talk about the personalities of my mother, my father, and how it was being raised in a family of, 21. And also, I talk about in the book being a father, not only being a father, but just going to college late in life. And my book basically gives men and women, or even youth across the world, that it's never too late to graduate. It's never too late to succeed in life. And so I graduated from college at the age of 42 years old. So the message is it's never too late. You know, you have to learn when you're going through life to always put your purpose above your circumstances. And that's something that I was able to do. And that's what the book highlights, especially graduation. Just imagine coming from the inner city, going to a university, and there's only one direction that you can go once you walk into that building. And that was up for me. And I was able to be on the dean list, and I was able to graduate with a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from Upper Iowa University in 2012. So it was a great accomplishment, not only for me, but the whole entire Hunter family. I was the person that laid the foundation. And so now a lot of my nieces and nephews and cousins and relatives went back to college and graduated. So it's a success story. It gives people hope. It lets people know that if you have vision, you have hope, you have a desire, you have determination, you can succeed in life.
Wow, that's amazing. So what do you think that was your purpose? What do you define your purpose as, you feel?
Well, I think that my purpose was to lay the foundation in the Hunter family. You got to understand that when you do research on your family lineage and education, you discover that education was not important on your mom's side. It wasn't important on your father's side. They had the mentality of just getting by. No high school diploma, just having that mentality. It's all right to just go get a job, because back then all they did was went and work at a factory, or they was on a farm working. You know, they didn't have no desire to better themselves educationally. And so my purpose, like I said, was to be the first to graduate from college, to lay that foundation for my siblings, for my nieces, for people all around the world. Because I know there's a lot of men and women that are struggling with 1, 2, or 3 kids. But just imagine having 21 children, the struggles that we went through, and just imagine all the weight that was on my shoulders to complete college. And I was able to do it because I had good mentors in my life. I had good men, good women in my life that really encouraged me. And so I really thank you for giving me an opportunity to share this positive story on your platform. And I just hope that it reaches millions of people so they can go out and buy the book, No Love, No Charity, The Success of the 19th Child. Not only that, but this book right here has been adapted into a screenplay. So I'm in the process of dealing with Tail Flick Production Company. We were able to write the screenplay and also write the marketing pitch for movie producers and movie directors. So one day you're going to see my life story converted into a movie.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Who would you like to see portray you in the film?
That one right there is a very tough question, because you have some good actors out there. But let me say this. She passed away. Cicely Tyson would have been a great character mother. Right now, a person that would be a great character for my mom, I would have to say Vivica Fox. She would be a great character for my mom. The person that I would have to say that will play me in the movie, if you remember the movie Finding Forrester, there was a guy in there named Jamal, and Jamal Brown. And I think that he would be a great person to portray me in the movie. So I think that those two would be great. One playing my mom, the other one playing me. So
Do you have any acting chops? Perhaps you can play yourself as a later version of yourself.
You know, I can see myself in the movie, probably doing graduation, giving the commencement speech, you know, and I can see myself doing that in the movie as well.
I also see that you do a lot of community service work and humanitarian work. Can you explain that further? Why do you think that's such a good thing to give back?
Well, I think it's very important when you come from the inner city and you make it in this society. It's very important to go back and pull other people up and let them know that, hey, I've been there. I had struggled tremendously. And like Frederick Douglass said, without struggle, there's no progress. So, you know, I want to share my struggles with them and let them know that they can make it. They can come out of the inner city and they can change their paradigm if they surround themselves with just positive people. I go to the Boys and Girls Club, big brothers and sisters. I speak to at-risk youth about the importance of education and letting them know that they can overcome any struggles in life, but just have an attitude to never give up, have an attitude that I can overcome, have an attitude that I am going to make it despite of my circumstances.
Yeah, I feel a lot of times it's a mind switch. It's like yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh wow. Have your siblings, have they read the book? Have any of them read the book?
Some of my siblings have read the book, and when the book first came out, they were totally against the book. But once they began to read the book, they got they got some great information, and now they back the book 100%. You know, anytime when you sharing family story, there are always going to be someone that's going to be against it, and then you're going to get those that's going to be for it. But I thank God for allowing them to go out, purchase the book, and read the book, because it brought a lot of healing into their lives, and also it brought a lot of healing into my life. You know, I was talking to an individual yesterday on the phone, and I was telling her that I remember my mom got sick, 2 years ago. And I said that a lot of my brothers and sisters, wanted me to come and visit my mother. And I said that my brother, which is a pastor, Larry, he was saying that he was telling my sisters that, some people don't want to see their parents in that situation, sick and ill. And I did not want to see my mom in that situation. And I wanted to always have that image of when I saw my mom, the image of when I left the city of Racine, Wisconsin, to move to San Antonio, Texas in 2013. It was a positive image where my mother gave me a hug and my mother prayed for me on this journey. And I always wanted to have that image of my mother. And I'm always keep that positive image because prayer really does change things in people's life. And her prayers have really changed some things in my life.
How important is it? Sounds like you're a very spiritual person.
Faith is very important to me. Faith made me a better man. Faith made me graduate from college. Faith made me a champion. Faith made me a father. Faith made me a basketball coach. Faith made me a critical thinker. Faith made me strong. Without faith, it's impossible to overcome your circumstances. Faith really keeps you going every day. It really does.
You're a father of 4, correct?
I'm a father of 4. I have 2 grown daughters. I can't say they're kids anymore because they get very upset. And I have 2 adult men. And I also have a granddaughter that's 3 years old. So, yes.
What do you like to do for fun? Like, what are your hobbies?
Well, my hobbies, I like visiting the Boys and Girls Club. I like dealing with at-risk students. I like reading books. I'm a critical thinker. I like to lift weights. I like to run. I like to exercise. I like to go out in society and help people overcome their circumstances or whatever challenges they may incur. But I love people. I love helping people, seeing them change, seeing them looking at their circumstances and seeing how far they have came as a person.
Wow. You sound like you're an amazing person. I'm really inspired by you. I know you're a busy man. Any last message you want to put out there before we wrap up?
Yes, the last message that I want to say to all the young men and women in the world, always remain positive. Never give up on your dreams. Cherish the moment. Live life to the fullest and have no regrets.
Okay. Thank you so much for reaching out to me.